Welcome. Today we're going to look at the My Storeroom software. Specifically, we're going to look at the import data function of the software. Now, many of you will know that the import data function is used to import a large amount of data into a software or into a database quickly. Typically, it's done using an Excel spreadsheet or what is known as a comma-delimited text file. Now, to get to the import data module within the My Storeroom software, we go across the top to the import data tab. Now you'll notice within this tab that there are 4 steps in order to successfully import data. The first step is to select the file to import. The second step is to define the file format for the software. The third step is to tell the software what columns are available to import the data from. And step 4 is to import the data itself. Now, to give you an example, I have an Excel spreadsheet here, and this Excel spreadsheet has a number of columns. I won't be importing all of these columns. The software has the ability to import certain columns and not other columns. As you can see, the first row of the import data file has headers. I don't want to import this data. This is just to tell the software what fields there are there. So I've got an item ID, a description, a site, a location, quantity, barcode, etc. Now, in order to import the data into the My Storeroom software, it needs to be in what is called CSV format. And Excel is the best software to convert it into CSV format. So I have a standard XLS file here. So what I do is I do a save as. And within save as, I do save as type. And you'll notice here that there is a type CSV or comma delimited text file. And what I do there is I just say save and yes, and it is now, as you'll see here, in CSV file format. So what I do is I can get rid of that file. I'll save it one more time just to be sure, and I'll get rid of the Excel window. Now, if I take a look now at that file, you'll see it right here, the asset data.csv. If I right-click and open it with a notepad function, you'll see that it doesn't look much like the Excel spreadsheet anymore. All of the fields are now separated by comma. And one interesting thing about it is any field that contains a comma has been surrounded in quote signs. This will become important later. So we'll close that now. So now we're ready to import this file into the software. So we select Get File, and there's our file there. We can double click it there or just click it and click Open. And what you'll notice is that this file now has appeared, and we can see what's in that file itself. All of the fields that we expect are now there. Now, we have accomplished step 1. On to step 2. We must select the format. Now, the first line of the file is a header, as I pointed out earlier. If that isn't selected, what it'll actually do is import that first line as data. We don't want that, so we click first line of a file is a header. Now, the escape character, now this is the character used to surround those commas. We'll put in as a quote sign. Otherwise, it may get confused and think that the comma here is actually the end of that field, and we won't get a correct result. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we go on to step 3, assign import columns. Now, there aren't any storerooms defined as of yet, so we can't select a default storeroom. But if you do have a default storeroom, in case one of the locations here is missing, you would put that right here. Now let's select type of import. The type of import we want now is a stock import. We could do item import here, but it wouldn't import the location and the quantity. So we put stock import, and you will see that the software has already picked up some of the columns that are available. Now you notice that 3 of the fields are bold. And the reason that these are bold is that these are required fields. If barcode, quantity, or location are not there, the software will not allow you to continue the import. You will see that it's correctly identified that the barcode column equates to barcode, that the description column right here equates to description, location to location, and quantity to quantity. Now, you'll notice also we may want to import the cost field. Now, there isn't actually a cost header here, but let's see, we probably want to use unit value as cost, so we just do a pull down menu. We put here the unit value, and that is now assigned to that. And so on if we wanted to import, say, the serial number as the next field, etc. Okay, now this is all looking pretty good. The columns have been mapped correctly, so now it's time to import the file. And you'll see that there is a progress bar going along the bottom. Now, there were 3 import errors. So if there are any errors, it will report them, and then you have the chance to have a look at them. It looks like there were 3 blank lines within it at the end of the file. This is not unusual. So we'll take a look at this, but it is probably not important. So if we now go across to the stock button, you will see that all of the items that we imported are automatically there, and all the barcode, quantity, and locations are now here. And essentially that is all that you need to do a significant import of data with the My Storeroom software. Thank you.